It's Whatamusicgeek again, and I came here to say Merry Christmas! Ho ho ho! Yay! It's Christmas time again. That time of the year. Yep. And I'm feeling quite lonely because I spent Thanksgiving doing all the traditions of the Aarons family, making turkey, watching the parade, and Miracle on 34th Street. My parents and I watched Elf together after dinner, but nobody else came. We were expecting some of my dad's family and my dad's friends to come over, but they didn't get a chance to go because my aunt was sick, too sick to come, and our friends, the Vingrowskis, were too busy with something or whatever. They ran into a bit of a problem. So we have all this turkey over at our house and nobody to eat it with. So yeah, that was pretty depressing. Hopefully Christmas will be better and we'll have people over, and hopefully I'll have sparkling cider again. I miss that stuff. I miss it terribly. Although I did have something close to it right around my birthday, because I got to spend a whole week with my best friend Carenza, Can Wench to you YouTubers, and we had champagne with dinner at one point. That was really nice. Her family has champagne for some reason. I wish my parents made as much money as Carenza's parents do. That really stinks. But she swears they're not rich. I don't know. But now I'm in the Christmas spirit, as you can see. I decided to redo my scarf because it was a little too long. I decided to shorten it and do some different stitching. Actually follow the directions this time, the directions on the pattern. And I spent the day of Black Friday relaxing the day away, doing nothing, although I really, really wanted to go to karaoke, but my mom is not feeling well, so I couldn't go. But I'm eating much less today because all that turkey, that I really stuffed myself to the gills last night. That was crazy. But I did eat really good. But no pie because my dad couldn't afford it, and he couldn't possibly go out to Walmart because it was stupid Black Friday. There were so many people in the Walmart going out for sales, and they were in this incredibly long line to get stuff for Christmas, and my dad was like, forget it, I am not buying a pie and an aspirin for the house. Hell no, I'm not doing it. And it's actually really, really good that some people are not shopping on Friday. Don't go on Black Friday. Just don't. Don't even bother, because there are going to be too many people going to the stores, going to the Walmarts and everywhere, shopping for Christmas, and it is hellish. It is just ridiculous. I heard that this is the second year people were running to the stores and getting hurt. Last year, people were rushing to get HD TVs and converter boxes, and someone got hurt. It's just ridiculous. I hate it when that stupid stuff happens. This is why I don't shop on Black Friday. I usually wait until the week after. So, yeah, although I'm actually making my dad a scarf and a toque, even though I'm not Canadian. I actually know what a toque is. I used to think toques were some kind of hinge or whatever because of that silly little Christmas song, the 12 Days of Christmas. They sang 5 golden toques. A toque is a hat in Canada. It's really, really funny. Don't ask me how that happened. But yeah, it's actually really, really silly. And it's spelled with and it's spelled like a toque, like a chef's hat, a toque, but it's actually pronounced toque. It's really, really funny. Canadians, they're weird. But yeah, I'm making my dad a toque because my dad wants a hat and scarf. He really, really wants a hat and scarf. Because my dad's like, you make all this stuff for your mother. You make all this stuff for yourself. Why don't you make me something? And I'm like, okay, Dad. You get your wish. I'm making you a hat and a scarf. And you are going to get them on Christmas Day. So, finally, he's getting his scarf and hat. He's going to be happy. Although he's like, where is it? Where is it? And I'm like, Dad, I'm working on it. So whatever you do, don't shop on Black Friday. Just don't. Wait till the week after. And please, save your Christmas shopping until after Black Friday. I don't care. I have this terrible, terrible feeling that, the day after Halloween, All Saints Day, is the new Black Friday. I mean, come on. It's not Christmas yet until after Thanksgiving. I don't feel like Christmas until after Thanksgiving. And yet they still put on the Christmas music on the Light Favorites station too fracking early. It's awful. It really is. And it really makes me sick. I want to hear my rock favorites. I want to hear regular music that I'm used to. Although, thank God they're not playing Taylor Swift. I hate Taylor Swift. Those of you who don't know. But, anyway, I'm doing all this stuff and doing all this Christmas stuff, and I'm also wondering what you are doing for the holiday season. So, here are some movies that hopefully will get you into the Christmas spirit, including one little review of a TV special that I just saw, and, hopefully you'll like it. So, here we go. And then it's over to you. What are your Christmas traditions? Alright, so Christmas movies. You know them, you love them, they're wonderful. There are some really, really good ones out there. Of course, there's It's a Wonderful Life. Everybody loves that one. But for me, it's kind of depressing, especially, and it's incredibly long, with all the flashbacks to George's life. And of course, it's really depressing when they get to the part where George says that he wishes he never existed. And he's like, Mary, where's our kids? And it's really, really sad. But there are some others that are actually really happy. I like to be happy on Christmas. Like watching The Grinch with Jim Carrey. That one's really, really funny. And Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn. Wonderful, wonderful show. I actually thought that Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston were really, really good together because they're perfect. They were wonderful in the breakup. And there are some others that I really, really like. Elf is first. It's not my number one favorite. I'm actually going backwards. Elf is a cute little romantic comedy movie, and it's also a Christmas movie about a human who was raised by elves, and it stars Will Ferrell, who started off with Saturday Night Live and eventually became an actor and starred in a lot of movies, including Anchorman and Talladega Nights. But my absolute favorite performance of his was in Elf, where he was a Christmas elf. And he found out that he was adopted by a Christmas elf, and he was really a human, because he snuck into Santa's sack when he was a baby, an orphan baby, and Santa and the elves didn't know what to do with him. So Santa decided to give him to this old elf who always wanted to settle down but didn't have the time. So he eventually said, you know what? I'll take him. I'll take care of the baby. And then the human elf started getting really, really big really fast, and he finds out he's not an elf. He's a human. He's a human being. He's 6'3", and he has a really deep, low voice. He's a baritone, and while all the other elves are tenors, they have really high voices. And it's a really cute movie. I love it. It's directed by Jon Favreau, who acted in The Replacements. He was that big, tough cop guy who whenever he saw someone wearing a red shirt, he ran after them and tackled them over. He's like, whenever I see red, I go after it like a bull, you know? And he was really, really funny. I love him. And he actually does a cameo as the Doctor in Elf. And of course, Elf also stars Zooey Deschanel from New Girl. In fact, Elf was the very first movie I saw her in. She plays the love interest, Jovi. And she's really, really sweet. And you also get to hear her sing for the first time. Where she's singing Baby It's Cold Outside in the shower. And then Will Ferrell's character sneaks into the locker room, and he hears her singing and starts singing along with her. And then she comes out of the shower and she goes, "Get out! Don't look at me!" And it's just really, really funny. I love that. The next one is Love Actually. Practically everybody I know loves that movie. It is from the creators of 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and up there, if you can see it, is Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio, the same people who worked on 4 Weddings and a Funeral and Love Actually worked on that film. It's actually a great movie. I love Pirate Radio. And because it's got a killer soundtrack. And Love Actually is basically a story about so many different people, and it's like all these stories rolled into one, like 200 Cigarettes, only it takes place in England during Christmas time, and there are all these great stories about all these people, and it stars all the great British actors, like the guy from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy who plays Arthur Dent, Rowan Atkinson, Bill Nighy, Hugh Grant, Emma Thompson, and his name escapes me, Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman's in it, and let me see. I forget the other one. The Irish guy who played Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars. He's in it. And it's actually a wonderful, wonderful movie, and it really tells the story of love, and it's a wonderful love story of all these people and what love really, really means to them. And then there's Muppet Christmas Carol, which is another one of my favorites. I love Muppet Christmas Carol. It's the same story of A Christmas Carol, just like the story of Charles Dickens, with Ebenezer Scrooge. Bah, humbug. And only this time, Ebenezer Scrooge is played by Michael Caine, and Bob Cratchit is Kermit the Frog. And you've got Rizzo the Rat and Gonzo telling the story as you go along. And they're actually telling the story as if Gonzo is playing the part of Charles Dickens, and Rizzo is just the rat who says, "I'm here for the food." And it's a really, really sweet little kids movie that everybody would love. The whole family loves it. I really, really like it because of the Muppets. The Muppets are funny. And I'm actually really excited about the new Muppet movie with Jason Segel. Dying to see it. Love it. So, and that's 4 right now. The 5th one is my absolute favorite. And my new tradition right now is to watch it every year. Every year it comes on right after the parade and the dog show on Channel 11 on NBC. And that is the original Miracle on 34th Street, not directed by John Hughes. I saw the John Hughes version and I didn't like it. The original Miracle on 34th Street with Natalie Wood playing the little girl Susan. It's from the 1940s, 1930s or something. I think it's from the 40s, like 1947. It's a wonderful movie. I absolutely love it. It's true to the heart, and it's just endearing to me. It really strikes a chord about believing, and it really gets to me more than It's a Wonderful Life. It's very inspirational. It's one of those movies that has to be preserved forever, and I absolutely love it. It's a cute movie. And the 6th thing that I saw that I really, really love is Hoops and Yo-Yo Ruin Christmas. I just saw that tonight. It's hilarious, and I love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful film, and it's about Hoops and Yo-Yo who go to the roof of their house, and they see Santa Claus, and they accidentally get into the sleigh, and Hoops is stuck. Hoops gets stuck in the sleigh, and they're trying to get him out of there, and eventually they end up going into the past because Santa goes into a wormhole in order to go to the future so he could deliver presents to all the kids in all the world the next year. And he also goes into the North Pole that way. And Hoops, Yo-Yo, and Piddles accidentally go into the past, and they visit the young Kris Kringle from the beginning of time, and Kris Kringle is having a problem because he needs to get a toy to the toy maker contest so he can win the contest. And Hoops, Yo-Yo, and Piddles accidentally fell into his house and destroyed the toy. So Santa Claus is like, oh crap, I have to start all over again. This is ridiculous. I feel terrible, and I'm not gonna win it. I'm not gonna win this contest. And basically Hoops and Yo-Yo just ruined his toy and ruined the whole eventual get him to become the master toy maker. And it's really, really silly. And they're like, we're stuck in the middle of the past. No coffee machines, no house, and no waffles. They're crazy about coffee and waffles. I don't know why. I love Hoops and Yo-Yo. They're just hilarious. I fell in love with them as soon as I went into the Hallmark store and saw the little coffee mugs and everything. I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my god, this is wonderful. So that's it. Those are my Christmas movies. Please get back to me. Please comment. Please comment or like my videos. I am getting really lonely right now. I hate being lonely on Christmas. Talk about whatever you do for Christmas and what Christmas traditions you do. Pretty soon, my parents are going to be putting up a tree while I drink some hot chocolate, and we're going to go to Valley View Farms like we do every year to look for all kinds of stuff and look at the pretty Christmas trees. And, just comment, please. Comment. And I will rock with you all through the night. So until then, see you later. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Later.